Hello. I mean, if you can hear me, I'm impressed because the Cologne fans are still incredibly loud. It's been a very strange night. If I've learned something tonight, it's that the Europa League is mightily weird. Where to begin? I guess at the beginning and the 1 hour delay, I make no bones about it. I did not think at that stage this game was going to go ahead. I didn't necessarily think it should go ahead. So many Cologne fans in the Arsenal end, it seemed like a real security risk. Ultimately, the club, UEFA and the police decided it was more of a security risk to cancel the game. I've got a lot of sympathy for that position too. There were a lot of empty Arsenal seats tonight. I think, to be honest, there would have been a few irrespective of what happened, but I think a lot of those were probably down to fans who saw what was happening at the ground, maybe fans who were bringing their kids and thought better of it. And you know, I can empathise with that. I understand that decision. Anyway, the game was an hour late, and yet Arsenal didn't look ready at all. Sometimes when you get these delayed kickoffs, it can affect your preparation. It felt that way with Arsenal today. In the first half, we were very, very poor, and Cologne got a goal. David Ospina's taken a lot of flack for his clearance, which dropped at the feet of, who was it, Jean Cordoba. But I think it's a fantastic finish. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't find the net. Nevertheless, Arsenal were offering nothing. I mean, it seems cruel to pick people out, but there were a lot of rusty players out there. And a few players struggling in positions that weren't familiar to them. Say Alex Iwobi, who was playing as a deep midfielder in a 2. That's not his natural game. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who's not a left wing back. If we learn anything about Ainsley Maitland-Niles tonight, it's that he's much more comfortable in central midfield than as a left wing back. But credit to Arsene Wenger, at half time he made the one change I wanted him to, really, which was to get Kolasinac on, get some real natural width on the left hand side, and he switched to a back 4. I will come back to that. I think that feels prescient, pertinent. He switched to a back 4 tonight. But Kolasinac's impact was immediate. Fantastic volley. Reminiscent of a man who played for Cologne and Arsenal, Lucas Podolski, the way he thrashed it in. And our second goal wasn't bad either. Alexis Sanchez, who didn't have the best night, to be honest. It's not that he didn't try, it's not that his heart wasn't in it, just things weren't quite coming off for him. Scored a fantastic goal. Chased what looked like a lost cause out on the left hand side, drove in field, and then with no backlift, no room really almost to swing a leg at it, struck a brilliant arcing shot into the far top corner. The Arsenal announcement guys are trying to get the Cologne fans to leave. I think that's going to be a tough old job. That away end and much more is still full. They are still clapping, still chanting. 25 years out of European competition, they've made the most of being back in it tonight. So yeah, we're 2-1 ahead, and we put a bit of shine on it. Hector Bellerin, who had a quiet game, I thought, scoring the third, really showed that acceleration to latch onto a rebound from a Theo Walcott shot. Jack Wilshere came off the bench. Reece Nelson came off the bench. Fitting, really, I suppose, that they came on both tonight. Wilshere making his first appearance here since May 2016, but Nelson, I can't remember as much excitement about a young player at Arsenal since Wilshere broke through. We didn't see too much of him. He played about 8 minutes of the game on the right wing, a few neat touches. I think we'll see more of him in this competition as it wears on. Look, we got the win. I'm fascinated to see what Arsene Wenger does formation-wise on Sunday. Arsenal, it's not about getting rid of the back 3. It's the fact that the back 3 forces us to play with a midfield 2. And at the moment, we look a bit like a team who needs a midfield 3. You know, in the second half, we switched and we had El Neni, Maitland-Niles and Iwobi, later Wilshere in there. And we looked so much more comfortable. And when you think about the way our midfield was pulled apart at Anfield, the space that exists at times between Granit Xhaka and Aaron Ramsey, I do wonder if Arsenal might be tempted to keep that back 4 and play a more conservative midfield 3, say a Xhaka, Ramsey and El Neni. I do think that's something he'll consider. If Coquelin was fit, I think he'd be in contention. Obviously, he's not going to be available. It'd be a big call. But I think that's what the debate's about. I don't think it's so much about back 3s or back 4s. It's about midfield 2s or midfield 3s. And I think this Arsenal team probably need a midfield 3. I'm going to go. They're kicking everybody out. It's late. It's bedtime. Cheers, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.